if you, let's say you have like 500 birds, how long does it take them to finish like a bag?
500 birds, you eat 2.5 bags a day.
A day.
So invariably you are spending like 50,000 on them daily. Let me put in this: egg is the cheapest source of protein in Nigeria as of today.
Never really thought of that.
It's a crate of egg, let's say 5,000 naira.
And
Or let's say
that's
5,000, let's say 5, even let's say 6,000 at the retail market.
Yeah.
Let's say 6,000. So average goes for one egg goes for like 300 naira because it starts in the crate. Go and cut meat, 6,000. Nobody will give you 30 pieces, no matter how small they cut it now.
Yeah.
And there's no fish you will cut, even no matter how small, even they break it into four pieces. After cutting, break it into four pieces, it can't be 30 for 6,000 naira.
In fact, the eggs are even smaller now.
So where I will see money is where I will regulate. They regulate oil. You can't regulate poultry. Government has no time for any other thing aside oil now. If you are like, you don't know Nigerian.
How do you sell your, how do you get customers for your
It depends on you. If you want to sell your egg, you take, like me, I take my eggs outside.
Nígbà tẹ́tà di ẹ̀yìn, ṣé àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀ ṣì ń make as much sales?
Yes.
Even this year, àwọn èèyàn ṣì ń rà.
Wọ́n rà.
Kò ṣe pé ó drop.
Kò ṣe pé ó drop because àwọn èèyàn kan sometimes wọ́n sá tí wọ́n fẹ́ rà. Gbàgbà tí wọ́n délé oní turkey, tí wọ́n rí price tí wọ́n ń ta turkey. Àwọn náà conclude padà pé wọ́n kí ló mú àtàkùn lọ jẹ live chicken. So ẹja náà kò sí nǹkan tí ó wọ̀n. So àwọn èèyàn ní choice náà ti pé kí wọ́n rà á lọ.
Ó kàn jẹ́ pé profit margin yẹn ò dàbí ti tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́.
Yes, dàbí ti tẹ́lẹ̀ because we use 50 naira, 100 naira la fi ń tà.
So kí ló ń keep yín nínú business yìí báyìí? Why are you still in the
No, we still in this since they pé àwọn oníṣẹ́ mi tá ń ṣe àlòkù ọkà tá fẹ́ lọ àlòkù oṣù tá fẹ́ lọ iṣẹ́ tó bí wa sínú nílé ìta ṣe so kò síṣẹ́ mi tá fẹ́ ṣe kọjá ká dúró lórí business àti ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ because láti gbọ́ pé a fẹ́ kúrò ní the business yìí a fẹ́ lọ sí the business mi kí làmọ̀ tá máa bá ń bẹ̀.
Hello, we are here to investigate why poultry products like eggs and live chicken are really expensive. I'm in Kuto market in Abeokuta and we are talking to traders. We're trying to find out why eggs from like 100 naira moved to like 250 naira in the space of, less than a year.
Actually, iṣẹ́ wọn bí mi sínú ẹ̀ ni. So iṣẹ́ tó bí mi sínú ẹ̀ tí mo dàgbà sínú ẹ̀ ni.
Oh, okay, so kàlá sọ pé bóyá láti bóyá ìgbà tẹ́ ti wà ní bóyá bíi 5 àbí 10 lẹ ti ń ṣe.
Kí ló dé? Ẹ lọ pa àbẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbà tá a ti wà bíi 15 years.
Okay.
Ṣáájú rẹ̀ sí báwọn fi ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn, wọ́n bí wa sínú ẹ̀ ni. Some years back, kò kí n ṣe bí ìlú ṣe rí báyìí ló ṣe rí sí. And let's say be 5-7 years ago, èló lára layers láti farm 600, 500, àwọn náà tà ní 700, 800. Bọ́ǹsìn layers are less than 7,000 to 7,003 láti farm. Àdẹ́ntà fún àwọn ní customer ní 7,005. Ìyẹn báyìí ní present situation wa báyìí 7,005 láǹtà layers báyìí. Tó dẹ̀ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Nàìjíríà ti di dáadáa ká bá kó Nàìjíríà dorí kodò. 2020. 5,000 naira, 3,000. No, kò tó bẹ́ẹ̀ o because as at last year December, I should layers for 4,500 naira. As at last year December, we sold layers for 4,500 naira.
Last year December,
yes.
Layers for 4,500.
4,500 naira.
But this year, ó ti di 7,500.
Ó ti di 7,500. Àmì ìdẹ̀rọ̀ pé àrà ìdájú kò bí ẹ tó bá di December go bí ẹ máa lè tà ní 7,500.
So which means that price yẹn ṣì ń lọ sókè báyìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, price òun fluctuate ni kò ṣe pé ó dúró lójú kan ṣoṣo ó fluctuate ni.
Ṣáwọn èèyàn ṣì ń ra even last year nígbà tẹ́tà di ẹ̀yìn ṣé àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀ ṣì ń make as much sales?
Yes.
Even this year àwọn èèyàn ṣì ń rà.
Wọ́n rà.
Kò ṣe pé ó drop.
Kò ṣe pé ó drop because àwọn èèyàn kan sometimes wọ́n sá tí wọ́n fẹ́ rà gbàgbà tí wọ́n délé oní turkey tí wọ́n rí price tí wọ́n ń ta turkey àwọn náà conclude padà pé wọ́n kí ló mú àtàkùn lọ jẹ live chicken. So ẹja náà kò sí nǹkan tí ó wọ̀n so àwọn èèyàn ní choice náà ti pé kí wọ́n rà á lọ.
Ó kàn jẹ́ pé profit margin yẹn ò dàbí ti tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́.
Yes, dàbí ti tẹ́lẹ̀ because we use 50 naira, 100 naira la fi ń tà.
So kí ló ń keep yín nínú business yìí báyìí? Why are you still in the business?
No, we still in this since they pé àwọn oníṣẹ́ mi tá ń ṣe àlòkù ọkà tá fẹ́ lọ àlòkù oṣù tá fẹ́ lọ iṣẹ́ tó bí wa sínú nílé ìta ṣe so kò síṣẹ́ mi ta fẹ́ ṣe kọjá ká dúró lórí business àti ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ because láti bọ̀ pé a fẹ́ kúrò ní business yìí a fẹ́ lọ sí the business mi kí làmọ̀ tá a máa bá ń bẹ̀ ṣe pé business tó ti fi kọ́ wọn láti kékeré tó bí yóò sínú ẹ̀ kò easy fún yàn láti drop kúrò ní pé jẹ́ kí sáré to jump lọ sínú another business kò possible so ní choice pé ká dúró náà ká máa forí rọ because irú iṣẹ́ náà tí wọ́n máa lọ sí school.
ó yá around March yẹn tí mi bá make mistake sí April mo ra àwọn adìyẹ kan ìgbà tí máa dé ọjọ́ kejì báyìí ṣé wà wí ẹ̀pẹ́ láwọn adìyẹ rẹ̀ ó kú jọ̀rọ̀.
mélòó
mélòó ládìyẹ náà ń gbà yẹn mi ò lè rántí ṣe é mọ̀ nǹkan tí ò dáa ni àbí tó lè gbé kúrò lọ́kàn but over 20 ṣá ju 20 lọ bóyá bíi 40 45.
kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀ tán fi kú.
ìgbà ẹ̀ nọ́mbà wọn àti nígbà tí mo pa aládìyẹ ní kí n wá sí farm kí n wá wò tó kù pé kò sí ọkọ̀ tó ṣe é àwa wò pé bóyá ṣe mọ̀ pé ọmọ akẹ́sà wà wà oríṣiríṣi farm là ń lọ ká lọ ń kádìyẹ èyí ò lè sọ pé eléyìí ló ní disease lára bọ̀tá bá ti jẹ́ kó wọn pọ̀ sọ́jà wá bíbá ìtàtẹ́gùn yẹn ti jọ ń fẹ́ síra wọn anything can happen so bóyá ìtẹ́mìíràn ló ní problem o bóyá ìtàn another person rà ní o a ò mọ̀ bọ̀tá nìkan bá ti lọ gbé adìẹ tó níbi títí wọnú ọjà transfer ni mama transfer.
so kò ń ṣe adìyẹ títí yín nìkan.
iye o kì í ṣe tèmi nìkan o.
adìyẹ ti everybody.
tẹ́lẹ̀ omi lè kú lónìí kí tí other person jọ là ó tẹ́ náà bá máa lé lọ́la ló máa bá tiẹ̀ tí ẹ lo ìgbà mílíọ̀nù gbogbo náà ló máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn so kì í ṣe nìkan ṣe.
àwọn other challenges wo lẹ ti face yẹn yìí.
àwọn ọgbà kan náà wà tó jẹ́ pé ọjà ò yá lọ́jọ́ ìbàdàn ti yá báyẹn tá a bá lọ kádìyẹ within the week ó yẹ káyọ̀ yẹn ti kúrò nínú ìgbà but láì kúrò nínú ìgbà ó máa lose weight ni in the sense that oúnjẹ tó ń fún wọn ní farm kọ́ làwa ń fún wọn bí shop and go làwa ń fún wọn shop and stay ní farm àwọn yẹn ti mọ̀ pé 6 months la fẹ́ fi sìn èyí ẹ̀ ni mo fẹ́ fi sìn wọ́n á máa tọ́jú ẹ̀ dáadáa kì í ṣe páwa náà ń tọ́jú ẹ̀ dáadáa o but ṣe mọ̀ oúnjẹ kó sáré lọ làwa máa ṣe fún wọn so ìgbà míì ó máa affect àwa náà oúnjẹ tá a bá fún wọn yẹn tí kò bá ó dàbí ọmọ tó ń gbé fẹ́ stáàkì ni tá ń fún ní tea and bread mu táwa mú lábẹ́òkúta tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pògì fún ṣó jọra wọn so ìyẹn náà máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí.
okay so ti ṣe níyẹ yìí ẹ lè sọ pé bóyá sales dey drop in any way fún adìyẹ àkílẹ̀ yìí fi òpó fà sáwọn èèyàn ṣe fún adìyẹ bí kò tẹ́lẹ̀.
wẹ́wẹ́wẹ́wẹ́ kọ́ tẹ́mi rò pé ó fà táwa jáde gbọ́ náà ṣe rírú bag of feed yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ bóyá wọ́n ń tà bóyá bíi 6,500 6,800 7,000 5 something ó fò fẹ̀rẹ̀ ó di 9,000 but tí bá gbé yẹn tọ́ta ń sìn bóyá ọ̀rọ̀ 18,000 ṣe mọ̀ pé early this year tí wọ́n kọ́ wọ́n yẹn tí a pé nǹkan bíi 8,500 9,000 ni kẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn náà tó ti wá reduce sí ingredients wọn fi sínú oúnjẹ adìyẹ ni.
wọ́n reduce ingredients ẹ̀bẹ̀ price ẹ̀ tún lọ sókè.
ó tún wá high bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n wá sọ fún wa pé oúnjẹ adìyẹ wọn.
one of the major reasons tẹ̀rí tí price ẹ̀ fi lọ sókè ni owó
oúnjẹ ni owó feed ló fà á.
ẹ ṣe gan.
owó feed ló wà ló ṣe kú.
ẹ káàárọ̀ ma how many years lẹ ti ń ṣe business yìí fún.
Ó ti lé 60 years.
Ó ti lé ní 60 years. Wow. Àwọn ìpèníjà wo lẹ ti face inú business yìí?
Ó pọ̀.
Ṣé kàn lè fún wa kẹ́ lè sọ díẹ̀ fún wa.
Bàtà bẹ̀rẹ̀ business yìí.
Yes ma.
Adìẹ ṣì wà sípà ń gbà yìí. A ní wàhálà tá a fi ń kó adìẹ wá gbà tó dàgbà tí mọ́tò wà wọ́n kàdà ń kó adìẹ ní space láyé ìgbà yẹn. Ìgbà ìta bá bá lọ rajà ní fáàmù apẹ̀rẹ̀ la máa gbé dání.
Àwọn apẹ̀rẹ̀ ńlá yẹn.
Apẹ̀rẹ̀ la máa gbé dání so bàbá àti adìẹ rà so lẹ́sẹ̀ àpò sínú apẹ̀rẹ̀. Nígbà yẹn kẹ̀rẹ̀ adìẹ tá a rà 6 naira kẹ́tì kọ̀ọ̀bù. Àwọn ará ń gbà yẹn. Àwọn aforí ìlú. Ó lè tó ní bíbà sí gáréèjì Kútò. Ìbẹ́ẹ̀ lọ la máa fi ru adìẹ dé títì. Ká tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá pé mọ́tò tó máa bá wa gbé wá sí
inú ọjà.
Bàbá tó wá gbé dé ní ọjà tó àti àbẹ̀ sí máa ṣe ọrọ̀ ajé ọ̀làdà. Ìgbà tó yá wọ́n ti ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀rín lówó lórí. Táwọn tà ní bíi 1,000. Ó ti ńlá báyìí. Bọ́gbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ adìẹ 6 naira ní ọ̀pọ̀.
6 naira. 50 kobo lẹ́ ń ra adìẹ ẹyọ kan. Wow, wow. But ṣé profit orí business náà ṣó ṣì wà ṣó ṣì make sense bí ti tẹ́lẹ̀? Àwọn owó tẹ̀ ń
owó tá a rí nígbà yẹn ó rọrùn chẹ́rìsì ká pé bá jẹ́ ṣe ti láì tá a bá kó bí mílíọ̀nù tá a fi rajà tá a bá múra rẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ kí mílíọ̀nù kó mú èrè dání wá torí owó tá a ná gbà yẹn kọ́ ni ìta náà sí ọlọ́run ní ká ná owó tá a ná ọlọ́run kan ló mọ̀ kó sọ ọjà ní ìsìn tó bá yípa búra ní pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́run àti kọ́ ó yẹn padà ṣẹlẹ̀.
Kí lẹ rò bóyá ó fà á tí price yẹn fi lọ sókè báyìí?
Kan tó fà á ni pé àwọn farmers sọ fún ilé oúnjẹ adìẹ ingredient oúnjẹ adìẹ ti wọ́n jù pé ìmí náà àwọn ingredient oúnjẹ àwọn òrìrà ní Nàìjíríà ní ìmí kútọ ọ̀rọ̀ pẹtrólù ìmí lọ́nà Ghana àti bá ọ̀ṣẹ́ ní káàkiri ló yẹ kí ó jẹ́ pé especially maize ọkà kò sí ọkà ní Nàìjíríà pé ṣe làwọn wá káàkiri kan tó jẹ́ kí oúnjẹ adìẹ wọn yẹn oúnjẹ adìẹ ló wá jẹ́ kí adìẹ náà gbé owó lọ.
Okay, what's the name of your farm?
AEO Global Concept Farm.
AEO Global Concept.
As in my full name, Abeokuta Emmanuel Farm.
Okay. And this, sorry, I've not really gotten the exact name of this farm settlement.
Ajegunle Farm Settlement.
Ajegunle Farm Settlement in Abeokuta.
Abeokuta.
Okay.
Ajebo Road. Okay. The whole idea of the settlement,
okay,
farm settlement is just for you to live. I think they said they copied it from Israel also, that you live on farm and you work on farm. So every facility is supposed to be here. Your children are supposed to school here. At least at a very closer distance, you should have everything that.
We're trying to build like a community
farmers, exactly. So that was the idea. That was the idea. But you know, subsequent Nigerian government. Nobody, they will just government, except now it's getting better because I won't like to this year they had little input from government.
Can I ask what kind of input you had from the government?
Yeah, it's better. Like they gave us fertilizers. Every registered farmers, they gave us at least 50 fertilizers bags, 2 bags.
Okay.
Then in terms of poultry,
okay,
you want us to cluster together. We cluster together to access mostly, especially on broiler production. So they gave us at least 30% of the input.
Financial input.
Yes, it translated to financial eventually but it wasn't that financial like that. You calculate how much you are going to spend on a broiler.
Okay.
They give you 30%, you bring 70%. Do you understand?
Yes.
For instance, now if you are doing 1,000 beds now, maybe you require like 140 bags of feed.
Okay.
So for that 140 bags of feed, let's just assume it's 1.4 million. You are bringing 70% of the amount. They are giving you 30%. The 30%. And that 30%, eventually, they are not taking anything. It's your profit. It's not loan. It's a grant. So every 30% of what you do is a grant. But they don't do it individually. You have to form a cluster. So minimum of 5,000 beds for 10 farmers. So 500 per farmer. So that's like an empowerment that they did.
Did they give it to you as?
But I was told it's in conjunction with the World Bank. So World Bank, so that the state government, they call it OGSTEP. OGSTEP, Ogun State. I've forgotten the name, but it's OGSTEP. But Ogun State government has input. World Bank has input. So, but they will not give you money. Everything is all about input. They have people that supply feed. You just pay your own percentage to the supplier. The government will add their own. Then the supplier will supply you. Same thing with beds. You have people that, but in that beds, the one they want us to use, we don't like their hair. So we now opted for our own. But in that case, we handle that. But on drugs, on feed, everything, and they will give you what extension officers that will
What are
be
extension officers?
extension officers are the experts that comes. They usually have them in the olden days, even on cocoa and everything. Those ones are the experts in that, that they'll come to your farm and say, oh, this way you plant this thing is better done this way. You do it this way, it will be better. So for maximum output. Yes, exactly. But I've really scaled down my numbers because of the input cost of input is high. It's high. It's high.
So is that why you also stopped the layer birds as well?
Exactly why I stopped the layers there, because layers require more inputs than, because the number of feed they eat daily. But the major one is that they produce it, you get your money back. But the major problem with layer is that sometimes, like currently now, you are facing egg glut challenge. What egg glut is when you have too many eggs and fewer buyers. You have egg surplus. Let me use that word, egg surplus. But it's not supposed to be surplus, because when you look at it, how many people are eating eggs?
That's the next question I was going to ask that. So why, if there is surplus of eggs, why are eggs expensive? Because I know that at the beginning of this year, I think eggs were about 100 each, and now in Lagos they sell them for 250 naira.
That is it. It's everywhere, not even only in Lagos. It's 300. It's because of the input. For instance, in last year December, we were selling a crate of egg around 3,000, 3,000, about 3,000. But now it's around 5,000 plus. Why? Because last year a bag of layers feed is around 9,000 plus as of December.
Last year.
Yes, but now the least we can get is around 20,000. A bag of feed. 19 plus or 20,000. Some are even like there's a brand New Hope. That one is around 23 or so. 23,000.
And when you buy those bags, like if you, let's say you have like 500 birds, how long does it take them to finish like a bag?
500 birds, we eat 2.5 bags a day.
A day.
So invariably you are spending like 50,000 on them daily.
So 500 birds, and you would keep them for how long before they even start laying eggs?
If you are getting them from day old, from direct from the hatchery, calculate like before you can break even, let's say 24 weeks. They start laying around 18 weeks. But not all, some will wait till, depending on all things being equal. If you feed them well and you do the normal do's and don't, let's say 18 weeks. But some can stay till 20 weeks before they start laying. That you see one egg. I'm talking of one egg.
20 weeks is about 5 months.
5 months. But if you do it very well, let's assume 18 weeks they start laying. By that 20 weeks, you'll be seeing like 20 to 30% of your numbers. By 24th week, you should be seeing close to 70, 75 weeks. Then you're a break-even point where you are no longer bringing in funds from outside. The eggs you sell on them should be able to feed them on daily basis. Like you carry like 30, 25 crates of egg today, you sell, let's say 5,000. That's like 75,000 naira.
So you can get 25 crates of eggs a day.
That is the normal calculation on 1,000 beds.
1,000
beds. No, if we are giving you 75%, but they can do more. They can do 90%. They can do 85%. But for all things being equal calculation, let's say you have like 75%. That is when you can say, I'm not losing and I have marginal profit. But if you want real profit, you are talking of 80, 85 and above.
Which translates to how many crates of eggs? eggs per day and for how long?
It depends on the numbers you have. That's how we calculate it. But let's put it on 1,000 beds now.
Okay.
Let's say 1,000 beds. For like 80% is around 800 eggs. So and 30 makes a crate.
Yeah.
So we are having like a 26 and a half or thereabout
Per day.
per
And
day.
for how long do these birds lay for?
Depending on the breed and how everything depends on how your management and the breed of the birds you have. But give or take 18 months. 18 months in laying, not from where you collect them, because you already calculated like 18 weeks
Yes, before they started producing eggs. Is there anything that government does to kind of regulate poultry farming in Nigeria?
Government.
Yes. Is it
when
oil? I mean like regulation, I'm thinking like quality of feed,
government does not have time for anything the outside oil. The government does not have time for it. Okay. Will they make money on poultry? Can I embezzle money on poultry? You can not come to your farm and say you give me money. No. Where I will see money is where I will regulate. They regulate oil. You can't regulate poultry. Okay. Government has no time for any other thing aside oil now. If you are like you don't know Nigerian.
How do you sell how do you get customers for your
It depends on you. If you want to sell your egg, you take like me. I take my eggs outside. Okay. Because usually we'll wait for them to buy. Some people come here to buy. Some people come here to buy. Okay. But at a point when you have more eggs, every farmer wants to sell their eggs, so you have to take it to them. So mostly me, I take my eggs to my customers mostly. You establish your market yourself now. You go to shops and be telling them I sell eggs. Though this thing is a function of time. At a point in time, your eggs will not even be enough. You will not even be picking some calls because most especially when students are newly resuming. When school is during resumption time comes now, you find out that the people need more eggs because they want to prepare food for their kids to take to school, and you don't want to carry eba for your children to take to school. It's either rice, indomie, and all those things. And all those things requires egg. So egg move fast. I take egg to that junction there and I said I want to start giving egg. You will see the crowd though.
People will it's
the function of economy. The economy is not good. That is what is happening.
So
everybody wants to eat egg, but you have to prioritize your needs. Yes, is it egg you need? Or for your children to eat? Do you understand?
I get you. What are the peculiar challenges that you have faced?
But even at that, let me put it this: egg is the cheapest source of protein in Nigeria as of today.
I never really thought of that.
It's a crate of egg, let's say 5,000 naira. Or let's say 5,000, let's say 6,000 at the retail market. Yeah. Let's say 6,000. Yeah. So average one egg goes for like 300 naira because it's starting the crate. Go and cut meat, 6,000. Nobody will give you 30 pieces, no matter how small they cut it now. Yeah. And there's no fish you will cut, even no matter how small, even they break it into four pieces. After cutting, break it into four pieces, it can't be 30 for 6,000 naira. Yeah. So it's the cheapest source of protein for now.
Protein. Okay, so let me ask you, what are the peculiar challenges you have faced this year as a farmer?
In farming, so many challenges.
I mean, for like this 2020.
I'm telling you, so many challenges. The general challenges as a Nigerian, that one is there. You understand? Yes. High cost of everything. Most especially the challenge we face is this issue of feed. The price kept increasing every day because there's no input. You won't blame the feed millers too. You don't have enough maize, and that takes like 60% of the production. So yeah, we don't have it. Then all the premix that we use, the lysine, methylene, everything, vitamin C, everything that we use, is imported. How do you assess them? There's no dollar to buy it. It's expensive.
Okay.
Because the weather.
The weather, okay.
It's hot now. And if the weather is hot, one drop, they say drop.
Yield might drop.
One drop, which one drop.
Okay. So, like for example, be every day, tell your bunny bear be 500 birds. Like, how much eggs do you expect per day?
500 birds.
Like old layers.
How birds about wow? Okay. Say old layers are the layers won't go fly.
Okay, layers.
Those are still performing.
No, old layers are the ones that have. No, let's talk about layers.
Layers are still performing.
Yeah, they're still performing.
So, about 500 birds. Ó yẹ kó ilé rí òòrì ara tọ̀ tálá díẹ̀ tó dáa ló yẹ kó ilé 450.
But because of the weather, the produce as
much as we can produce. Ká ní pé èyí tó wà pa gidi gan 500 yẹn wá yọrí 480 eggs.
What's the level of drop? Bí weather yẹn ṣe drop àbí kò sí weather yẹn ṣe gbóná gan sí. What would be like? What's the drop in the yield? Like from 480 now, maybe it will be giving you like what?
450.
450. That's
it's okay, but it's not just. Fáwọn àdìẹ tó bá ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí that 450 is okay, but it's not just.
Because if you lose 30 eggs per day for 100 days, that's a lot of money like, now. Yes, okay.
My name is Ifeolumide of Exotic Cakes.
Oh, okay. So we just have a few questions for you today. The first question I have is, I'd like to know, like, how has this the increase in price of eggs, has it affected your business?
Well, it's affected it a lot because prices have just jumped, in fact, almost quadrupled since last year. I remember I have a book that I usually do my pricing at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And from January to now, I look at what prices were, and after a while, I change my prices, and I see that before, maybe you change, sometimes within a year, you hardly change your price list, but now you have to change like almost every quarter just to keep marking it up and make sure that you're still in the business of making money.
So the price of like poultry or the price of eggs has almost quadrupled.
Yes, it's about 6,000 naira now.
Okay.
Although I get directly from the farm.
Okay.
And it's about 5,000 naira or so. So, but it's still high. It's still way too high
compared to what you were getting.
Compared to what we're getting last year.
Have you had to like change your recipes or?
No, I didn't change my recipe.
New recipes.
I didn't change my recipe. In fact, the eggs are even smaller now. So I had to tell my bakers that let us weigh, because we go by weight. Before, the very large ones gave us a certain amount, like a kilo of eggs.
Okay.
You could get that from 20 large. A kilo, yes. When we're doing 1 kg batch,
okay,
your eggs 1 kg as well. Before, you could get them from 20 big eggs, but now the eggs are smaller, so of course you're getting smaller volume. So we had to increase the amount of eggs we use. So that has to affect your price as well.
How much are you buying it? You said this year now you buy for 5,000. How much are you buying?
5,005 or 5,000. Yes, between 5,000 and 5,000.
Do you remember how much you were buying last year? This time last year?
If I look at my book, okay. Well, I think this time last year we're still buying for 2,000. I think. Unless I look at my records.
And about how many crates of eggs do you use per week?
Usually, for normal production, we use like 25, 30 crates. But now it had to go up because we use more eggs now. Not necessarily for more orders. I get that. Yes, not necessarily for more orders.
You have to use more eggs because the eggs are not
as big as yes. I mean, they're not as big as what they were before. Yes.
Okay. How do you get your supplies?
I have somebody directly from the farm.
And at any point during the year, was there like a scarcity? Like when prices started going up, was there any point where you could not get eggs to buy?
No, because for my supplier, I'm an A-list customer. Why? Because over the years I've been doing business with her for years, and sometimes she comes with really small eggs. I'll still collect, and whatever issues she has, I'm still with her. So Whenever there's a shortage, I'm priority for her.
So do you think that, you know, if the prices or if the price of eggs keep going, you know, higher, like keep going up rather, you need to reduce the number of eggs in your
No, I won't. But the thing right now is I don't change my recipe. I'm not changing my recipe. And you cannot really outprice yourself from the market. You can't overprice yourself. So what happens now is that our profit margin is a bit smaller. And so to compensate for that, you just have to do more cakes, offer at the same old price. But when you've been selling, let us say 2 a day, you just have to 1 way or the sell 5. Because all your running costs daily is almost still the same. But if you push up your income, yes, have to get more customers, yes. Yeah.
The margins
like turnover is smaller.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for having
You're welcome.
us today.